Hey, Aura here, back with another video about my YouTube studio setup. So I've been trying to look at different ways to improve my background and just make it a little more interesting. I'm currently in a room that has not too much going on, just a bed, some plain walls, and a color that's mostly, would I say, cream and white. We've got creams and whites, and I thought, okay, add something into the mix. In a previous video, I mentioned that I was going around looking for plants to add to my setup, and then I realized I actually had a plant in the house, so I'm gonna start with that. And that's what I've kind of got going on in the background over there. I want to see if there's a way I can maybe bring it in focus so you can see it. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can. Okay, let me come out of the frame. And there you can see it. Now, at the moment, it's standing on a simple Amazon box. I'll get a proper stand for it at some point, but I just wanted to see what it would look like. It's not looking bad. When the background is a lot more blurred out, you don't even notice the fact that it's a packaging box that it's standing on. So I might actually use it. We'll see how things go. If I wanted something closer, though, I have this other box here that I can use. And yeah, so that's currently my thinking so far with this plant. I'm gonna try as much as possible to kind of blur out that background to make it look even more seamless, like I'm gonna do right now. Okay, there we go. So you've got me in the foreground in focus, and then you've got the plant in the background, but it adds a nice touch. The next thing to do would be to add different colors using lights in the background as well. Now I've got two options for that. I've got my sunset light, which I can quickly set up, and I've got this RGB light, which is right here, over here, and I'm gonna go for that teal orange teal look that you often see in Hollywood movies, just to create some sort of contrast. I did that earlier, and I sort of used the plant as the object that I used to create a shadow, and my husband commented that, "Oh, are you filming a Pokemon video because the shadow looked like a Pokemon?" I was like, haha, very funny. But it was interesting though. I think I'm gonna still play with a few more shadows and see what I can do. Sometimes it might be with the plant, sometimes it might not be with the plant, it might be with something else. But I think it could be something quite interesting to play with. But yeah, let's try setting up and adding a few more lights to the setup. At the moment, I'm working with a lot of daylight. Now, this is good, but the downside with daylight, though, is the fact that it can change very drastically within a video. So if a cloud comes over or just with time it gets darker, at the moment we're having shorter days and longer nights. So that means that, it gets dark really quickly. If I'm recording at a time when it's sunset, it's quite likely that the lighting would change quite a bit. And that's something I want to control for. The ideal for this would be to have an indoor light with a big softbox. However, I don't have a softbox right now. I haven't gotten one yet. I plan to, but not immediately. So in the meantime, what I can do is control the lighting. So for the times when I want daylight recording or daylighting and I'm going to record a short video, yeah, I'll just use daylight and record it. But at times when I just want consistent lighting, I think what I'm going to do is just rely on my RGB light and just a soft light which is focused. Well, I've actually got a light, funny enough, focused against the wall and then bouncing back at me to kind of give me that extra light. If I switch off that light, you'll see the difference. You can see, oh yeah, my face is a lot darker. Using the wall as a way to bounce light back is actually pretty effective. I'll show you what that looks like as well. But yeah, this is my current setup. We're getting there slowly and surely with the studio. I'm still trying to think of what kind of vibe I want to go with in the studio as well, because in the same studio, I could actually have different looks. So have the look where I've got, the different colors, the teal and orange in the background, or have, a nice roomy daylight feel to my videos. There are different things we could do and play with. So I'm going to try that out. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on my journey with this. All right, let me show you a few things I'm looking to try out. Let's start with the sunset light. So I'm going to be moving around quite a bit, so just follow along with me. What I'm going to do now, though, is make this not defocused so that you can actually see everything that I'm doing and as I'm moving around the room. Hold on a second. Let me do that. Okay, so should be a lot clearer now. So let's start with the sunset light and the teal light. So let's get that. Okay, I could shine the light at the plant, sort of like there. I could either use this stand or something else. I'm still going to figure out what I'm going to do with that, or maybe just stand it somewhere lower, so out of view, but still quite useful. Then with the teal light, I can point this over here, so we've got that contrast going, yeah. And then I can increase the brightness on this as well to make it stronger. Okay, and then I can still come back in the frame and hopefully get my light to adjust automatically. Now, the thing with this is that when it adjusts the light such that I'm brighter, it does mean the background is brighter as well, which isn't very helpful if I'm looking to have a more, what's the word? So to get an appreciation for the teal and the orange, because right now you can't really see the orange sunlight lamp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the blinds and rely on the room lighting and see if that helps a little bit. Just hold on a second. So, yeah, it's not bad, but I think what I do need to do is get a soft light just focusing on me right here. And then once I have that, that should help with making sure that I'm well lit, but then also have the background a bit darker. That way I'm able to, you know, have that nice mix. Let me see if I've got another light. Hold on a second. All right, so I've got my light. It's a simple light here. I got it from a site called Temu, I believe. And so it's a simple light. We're gonna switch that on. Okay. So that's looking sort of good. Let me put it about here. All right, so the ideal thing now would be for me to adjust the ISO on this camera, but that's gonna be a lot of effort. I'm not ready to do that right now and not do that whilst I'm recording. So I'm gonna leave it like this, but at least with this bright light, you can see that I'm better lit, and it then means that I can have a lower ISO. Currently, the ISO is about 4,000. The ideal would be to reduce that even further, but for now, we'll make do with this. We still got this nice bright look that we're going for, which is still kind of good. Nice bright daylight look, I would say. And yeah, I'll see about varying things, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep playing with lights, keep playing with things in my background. So beyond plants, I could add a few books into the mix. I do have books on this table, but the table is in front of me, so you can't see it right now. But the idea would be to have lights and to have books, plants, and maybe a few other props in the background to just give it a bit more interest and to make it look like a really nice place to, you know, have a view of and watch a video. And that being said, let me switch back to defocus mode so that I remain in focus and then the background is sort of blurred into the back. I think that would be quite cool. Hold on a second. Let's do that. And there goes my light. Hold on a second. Let me pick that up. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why it's a good idea to secure your light. Anyway, so now we're down to an ISO of about 200 and a shutter speed of 1/125. Well, now the ISO is going up automatically. Can't be bothered to change it right now, so it's okay. Anyway, I'm gonna be a bit overexposed here though. That's what it does feel like, but okay, this is where your manual settings do come into play, because you can set things and then forget it. Just put it in a way that, you know, works for you. But anyway, it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, I sort of got a nice look going that I'm happy about. Probably just heard me moving the mic there. Apologies. But yeah, I've got this nice look going on. We'll see how things go. What I do need though is a wider angle lens. Now I have another lens right here, which is the kit lens. I've got a wide angle adapter on top of it, which is great, but the only thing is I can't get as much of a blurry background with this as I would with the current lens I'm using, which is the Sigma 30mm 1.4 lens, which gives me the very nice blurry background that you're able to see here. But the downside is that I don't get the wide angle that I would like. Let me show you what it would look like if the wide angle could work. However, this wide angle doesn't work, can't be screwed onto this lens. That's why I can't use it yet, because it's made for it's made for this lens, basically. And my lens is just a lot wider, so it won't screw onto it. But let me show you what it would look like if it could screw on. Okay, so you see you get more of the room in view. So this is it without, this is it with, without, with, yeah? So I might need to purchase one for my current lens, or just buy a new lens, a Sigma. I don't know if they make any Sigma 1.4 and maybe 18 or 20mm lenses. I think that could be quite cool to include in my setup. But yeah, this is my current setup so far. liking it. I may introduce some more plants actually. I'm starting to like the plant look and feel of this. But anyway, this is what it looks like in this kind of lighting. Now let me switch off the room light so you can see what it looks like, you know, in something a bit darker. Hold on a second. Okay, so this is another look that I kind of like as well. You've got the orange and teal being a lot more pronounced in this case because we don't have the white light of the room on. And I think it looks cool. It looks cool as well. Let me know what you think. But yeah, this is me anyway, experimenting with my YouTube setup and seeing what I can and what I can do and what I can experiment with. So yeah, looking forward to doing more of these. If you have any tips for me though, go ahead and put those in the comments. Let's start a conversation in the comment section. All right, and subscribe so you can follow me on this journey of setting up my YouTube studio. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.